What's going on, guys? Grant the Goat here, back with another Fortnite mobile video. In today's video, guys, I am giving you my top 7 tips for Fortnite mobile, how to get better, how to play better, and everything like that. So yeah, let's get straight into the tips. Alright guys, so I'm gonna hop into a playground game here, and first off, this is just an extra tip adding on to everything else. Playground, right now, you should take advantage of it. It's a great way, even if you're doing solos, an absolute great way to just practice everything, all the tips I'm about to show you in this video. And yeah, let's move on to the first one. So guys, the first tip I want to give you guys is develop a style in movement. And what I mean by this is a lot of PC players, console players have their own style in movements, and so basically they can spam crouch, which is sometimes what I do. I've seen a lot of PC players use it, and I definitely tried it out one time, and it has been working for me. I don't use it all the time, but it's great when you're in a fight with someone that's actually like decent over here on Fortnite Mobile. So if you're in like a 1v1 with your friend, that's really good. Spam crouching is something you can use. I don't recommend it in build fights, but I do recommend it when you're in a fight on the ground and maybe a few, like a 1x1 or whatever, just not a build fight. So make sure you develop your own movement style. So in this case, I would spam crouch, and the reason for spam crouching in my case, so to show that this actually works, is basically that when you go when you're crouching up and down, since aim assist is so powerful on Fortnite Mobile, your crosshair is still gonna sort of lock in with the player, so it's not gonna matter when you crouch up and down. But the thing that's gonna mess them up is that your head will keep moving up and down, and the aim assist will start to get messed up. I'm not even kidding, guys. This is what happens on their screen. It starts to move up and down, and it starts to overshoot it, and then it releases itself, so the aim assist almost doesn't lock on. So also, it will miss your head. If you get hit in the head, that is the biggest damage spot on a Fortnite player. So if you get hit in the head, you will take the most damage, but when you're spam crouching, you'll most likely you'll have a better chance of not getting hit in the head, because you're moving your head up and down and in different ways and everything like that. So that's what I like to do. That's my style when I'm fighting on the ground and everything. So I like to aim in, and then I also like to spam crouch like this. And I don't overuse it, but I just want to use it because it's very helpful and it works a lot. So yeah. Alright guys, so moving on to the second tip. This is one of the most important tips that almost every Fortnite mobile YouTuber can obviously give you guys. Play claw. So if you don't know what claw is, it's a way of using 4 fingers, as you can see here in my face cam. I'm using 4 fingers. I'm using both of my pointer fingers and my thumb. One of my thumb, like, you guys don't have to set up your HUD like this, but this is just an idea to get used to it, and then you can change it around. So I'm right-handed, just to show you guys, but basically my right pointer finger is my shoot button. My right thumb is where I move around side to side like that, not movement, but using my own turn and crosshair turn. Then my left thumb is to move around like this, to actually move around. And now, last but not least, I have my building up top, and that's my left pointer finger. Now, since it is tap controls and you have to tap on your slot bar, what I like to do is I like to keep it up so I can press my thumb on this when I'm switching, especially when I'm double pumping. It's very easy to just switch to them and then flick like that, so I just basically switch on both of them, especially when I'm building. All I have to do is tap it and switch through them, and yeah, so it's pretty easy. I just want you guys really to get used to claw. Please do not get mad at claw, because that's the problem with a lot of people that are trying to get better. They are very impatient when they're playing claw, because you're literally not going to get it right away. You're going to have to take some time until you really understand and fully get comfortable with claw. So I've been playing claw on other games like Critical Ops, so I was used to it as soon as I got the HUD customization, so it was very easy for me. But yeah, basically that's what I want you guys to get used to. It'll take some time, but if you have the time, just don't get mad if you keep dying. Once you get used to it, it is fully worth it, guys. Putting in the time to do that, it's so worth it. Alright guys, so moving on to the next tip, I want you guys to take advantage of the playground mode to actually build and practice building. So it's really easy to do this. Literally just go on Playground and collect mats. It loads up, there's a multiplier, and I want you to just practice different styles, 180 turns like that. I just want you to keep practicing 180 turns because that'll help you in a build battle. You can do 360, which is even harder, or 180, sorry. So you can do all the way around and go back to the side and just constantly get used to it. And then if you get more advanced, you can start placing a bottom on that like that. And I messed up there, but yeah, basically just head over onto a Playground game and just practice your building. Go on a solo, guys, so you don't get killed, but literally just practice your building, your editing skills, everything like that, and it'll help you out a lot, guys, because over the time, literally that Playground has come out. I've been just using it to practice my building a lot, and then if I ever want to help with my combat, then I play with friends, but obviously right now I'm just playing a solo to help my building. And just practice those few things, 90-degree turns, 180s, and try your 1x1s and everything. And yeah. Alright guys, so another tip when building on Playground mode, I really want you guys to practice this. So this is going to be really important. When you preset walls like this, because you can easily click over to your stairs if you need it when you're rushing someone. I'll get into the rushing topic in a second here. But first, I want you to keep your walls on for a second and just practice this, where you have your walls preset, or you don't have to have them preset so you can learn to quickly switch to them. But basically, say right here, this in between these two windows right here is a person. So say they start to shoot at me, I want to quickly build a wall. And so then I can also do this. So if we're moving side to side, if we're over here, I can quickly shoot and then build a wall so I can cover myself. Shoot and build a wall like this. And just keep doing that. So now if I say that's a person right there. So what you can do is act like this is a wall and just shoot and build a wall. Just keep practicing that. Because by doing that, by building on every single shot like that, it adds even more protection when you're in a battle. If you have full health and you're confident into a battle, I'll get into mentality tips in a second after I do rushing. But basically, if you're in a battle and you think you can win it, you can rush. But I really do recommend, if you really want to win every single game, what you want to do is you want to play defensively. So say this wall is a person, shoot and build. So it's kind of like that, and then you can maybe build up like this and boom, and then go over here. It's just another style of movement, and it's also a tip for building. Just constantly do that over and over again until you get it down. It'll help you out a lot, guys, when you're in shotgun battles, because shotgun battles aren't the easiest. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. So guys, my next tip is peeking on your right side. So if I were to build a wall right here, we want to peek from our left side. So we're going to go ahead and open that. So if we're peeking from our right side, say that window's a person. So if we're peeking from this side, we have our gun on the right side. So if we're aimed in, we can pump first, and we can shoot them first before anything. So we can go out, pump. Now, if you're on the left side, if you're doing this on the left side, you do not want to peek at all, because they will see you first. They'll be able to pump you first before, because if you're aimed in, you have to move out more than you would have to if you're peeking on your right hand side. So what you want to do when you're peeking on your left hand side, say there's a wall over here and you cannot get over here, like you cannot peek on your right side, like this whole wall is gone, like you can't peek on this side, then what you want to do here is just hold off. So guys, how you're going to fix this is basically, if you have the door right here and your left hand peeking, if you have a wall right over here, what you can do is you can break yourself out like this, and they might hear that, so they're gonna try to rush you, and if they are and you hear that, you can go ahead and pump, scope in, and boom. So this is a scenario, and basically it'll help you out a lot if you start peeking on the right hand side, if you have the chance and you don't rush when you peek on the left hand side. So in this case right here, once again, if there's a wall right over here and there's a door right here, I don't want to peek out this way because I can't peek out the right way, but if I peek out this way, they're going to shoot me first. So what I want to do is I want to break out, and if they start to rush, you can turn around and boom, pump them first, because they're going to rush through and they're not going to know what happens. Now if you get the breakdown, you can go out and you can build above them like this. You can build up, and you can take your time to build down like this, back to where you were. and just keep building across. And you can also leave the scene if you're very low. You can leave the scene and med up. But that's just tips from me, and yeah, let's get on to the next one. So guys, my next tip is going to be a rushing tip. So basically, when you're rushing somebody in a shotgun battle, say they have a shotgun, you want to rush them with stairs like this. You want to keep rushing them, build up with stairs. If you don't have enough mats, you do not want to rush at all, okay? You want to either collect mats or just hold off on the battle. And you just want to keep running in like this, and just it helps you block off yourself and make sure you have extra cover. Now, if they start spraying down your stairs, they have an LMG or something, one thing you can do is start backing up and then build walls across. So they're going to start spraying according to your building. So they're going to spray across to this building. Now, if they keep spraying over here, what you can do is you can turn back over here and you can start hitting them. Now, if they do that, obviously you can build a wall. You can maybe shotgun them, build a wall, like I was saying earlier. Shotgun, build a wall, build up, and now you're back to this point. Now, if they keep spraying and they're not dead yet, now just pretty much sit here, and then if they start to spray, what you can do is just keep your movement going. So instead of staying in one spot, maybe if you're in a 1x1 right here, maybe edit yourself out like this and go ahead, move over, and boom, they won't recognize it, and you can just pump them right there while they are spraying. So guys, now let's move on to the next tip. So guys, for the 6th tip, basically what you're going to want to do is, this is very important. It's not something with building or rushing or peeking. It's something with your mentality and your state of mind when you're going into a battle. So it's kind of weird saying that you have to have a good mentality for a game that you're playing. Just seems kind of weird, but trust me guys, this will work out. A lot of you guys want to just rush because maybe they're a noob skin, or maybe they don't look good, they're just standing there. So guys, when changing your mentality, I know a lot of you guys think about just rushing people because they might be a noob skin, or they might be standing still, they might be bad. They might have their minigun in their hand, no offense to everybody that uses the minigun, but they might have a minigun in hand. But basically, what you can do is just try to change your mentality. Try to hold off. Maybe build a little bit and then peek out and see what they're really doing. And hit him a little bit, see how well he is. And then if he's really not good, you can go ahead and run out and basically fight him. Boom. And just, if this guy was the guy, then you can just fight, and yeah. So now, if he ends up being good, you want to hold off, guys. That's the mentality thing. If you rush this guy and he's good and you're just rushing him, he might spray with something, or he might just shotgun you straight in the face and you'll be dead. So the tip, guys, that I just gave you is one of the most important tips you can ever have when playing a game. It's literally something you guys need to know, and it's just something that a lot of people just underrate, is your mentality, because they think someone bad based on their skin in Fortnite, or just because they're standing still. Maybe they're trolling you, so you always got to play defensive and just act as if they are good. Play that way. All you have to do is play like they are ninja or just amazing, and you will get far in the game. So guys, coming in at the last tip is going to be playing with headphones. So guys, this is literally just like the last tip. It's kind of like an extra tip. It's not really important. I mean, it's very important to have headphones, because headphones is something you need to obviously hear players, even though you have the footsteps. It's something important that helps like with everything else. So when I say it helps with everything else, basically when you're building and you're doing your geez, I lagged. So what I mean when it says it helps with everything else, basically what it does is when you're using your headphones, instead of just looking at the footprints that pop up on your screen, when you go ahead and do that, what you can do is basically when you're in the situation where all you have is a door and you cannot go on this side and you are left hand peeking, that is important, because if you're breaking out here and you hear them rushing you, you can turn around and do that instead of just seeing their footsteps, because honestly they could be just going like this and then you're stuck over here and they just rush through and kill you. So having headphones helps you realize that, oh, they're right behind me, I can go ahead and pump them. So also in building, I recommend, just with this tip, I recommend not using your phone sound, because it just doesn't sound as great, and it's not as in-depth as if you were hearing it before. So if you're in a build battle and you hear someone above you, then you know where he is. He's above you. You can go ahead and turn around, and hopefully get the high ground, and just keep going up, and hopefully take the dub on that build battle. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That compiles my best and favorite tips I have for you to get better at Fortnite Mobile and to just play with a better style. So guys, I will be streaming tonight with a giveaway like I said in the beginning. So be there, 9 p.m. Central most likely. And yeah, that'll be it for this one. See you guys later. Peace.